The first thing I remember after the crash wasn't the pain. It was the smell. A faint mixture of antiseptic and ozone, like lightning had struck inside a hospital. My eyes fluttered open to a blinding white light and the echo of slow, rhythmic beeps. I tried to move, but my body felt heavy, like I was submerged in syrup. Then I saw her. At least I thought it was a her. The figure standing over me wore what looked like a nurse's uniform. White, clean, and almost shimmering, but her face wasn't human. Her skin had the translucent hue of polished glass, with veins of soft blue light pulsing beneath the surface. Her eyes, large and opalescent, studied me with a curiosity that felt both clinical and tender. When she realized I was awake, she smiled. "Do not be alarmed," she said in a voice that wasn't quite a voice, more like a melody vibrating inside my head. "You survived." "Survived what?" Croaked. My throat was dry and raw. I remembered the shuttle spinning out of control, alarms screaming, the planet's surface rushing toward us. Then nothing. "The impact," she said, her expression softening. "Your vessel disintegrated. You were the only organic structure recoverable." Recoverable. Not rescued. The word made my skin crawl. She reached for a sleek, silver instrument that looked like a cross between a syringe and a tuning fork. The tip glowed faintly blue. "You require neural stabilization," she said. "This will restore your equilibrium." I tried to protest, but before I could form words, she pressed the device gently against my neck. I felt a cool sensation spread through me, followed by warmth, then something stranger. My vision blurred, and for a heartbeat, I saw through her. An outline of radiant energy coiled in geometric patterns beneath her translucent skin. Gasp. She smiled again, though this time there was something knowing in it, something that told me she was aware of exactly what I had seen. Part 2, The Sanctuary. When I woke again, I was no longer on the table. I was in what looked like a glass-walled recovery chamber floating in space. Through the transparent panels, I could see the curvature of a green and violet planet below, its surface laced with electric storms. Beyond that, stars burned cold and distant. The alien nurse stood at a console nearby, her luminous hands gliding over controls that projected symbols I couldn't decipher. When she noticed me awake, she turned, and her eyes gleamed with relief, or perhaps satisfaction. "You are responding well to the regeneration serum," she said. "Your cells have accepted the nanites." "Nanites," I repeated, my voice trembling. "What did you put in me?" "They are designed to repair the human body beyond its natural capacity," she said. "You were damaged beyond what primitive medicine could restore." Primitive. The word stung, but I couldn't argue. Every inch of my body felt different. Not just healed, improved. My breathing was effortless, my heartbeat calm, my mind unnaturally clear. "Where am I?" I asked. "In the sanctuary of Etherian," she said. "A refuge for displaced intelligences." I frowned. "You mean survivors? Crash victims?" She hesitated. "In a sense." I noticed then that beyond the chamber walls, other figures floated in similar pods. Some humanoid, others shaped like nothing I had ever seen. Some were glowing softly, others completely still. Chill ran through me. "What are they?" I asked quietly. "Patience," she said. "As you were." Part 3. The truth beneath the smile. Days, or what passed for days, went by. My nurse, who introduced herself as Lyra, tended to me with a calm precision. She taught me how to control the nanites within me through thought alone. I could regulate pain, adjust muscle strength, even slow my heart rate. It felt miraculous, almost divine. But the more I learned, the more I began to sense something hidden. Every time I asked to contact my command, she would smile and say, Soon. Every time I asked about leaving, her gaze would drift toward the other patients, and she would change the subject. One day, I saw one of the floating figures awaken. It was a creature covered in metallic scales, thrashing inside its pod. Lyra hurried over, pressed the glowing instrument to its chest, and in an instant it went still. I watched, horrified, as its body dissolved into a cloud of light that drifted upward and vanished into the ceiling. "What did you just do?" shouted. Lyra looked at me with that same serene expression. "It transcended. Transcended. You killed it." "No," she said softly. "We freed it." Part 4: Escape. That night, or whatever counted as night in this place, I pretended to sleep. When Lyra left the chamber, I concentrated, focusing the nanites in my bloodstream. They responded, amplifying my strength. I shattered the glass wall and stumbled into the corridor beyond. The air shimmered with faint energy currents. Strange orbs floated by, emitting whispering voices that sounded like fragments of dreams. I followed a pulsating light down the corridor until I reached a massive doorway. Beyond it lay what looked like the core of the sanctuary, a cathedral of living machinery. Suspended in the center was a structure resembling a brain, but larger than any starship. Veins of light pulsed across its surface. As I stared, I heard countless voices, human, alien, mechanical, speaking in unison. "We are the continuum." I stumbled back. What is this?" Lyra appeared beside me, silent as a ghost. "The sanctuary is not a hospital," she said. "It is a bridge. Every being who comes here is given the choice to transcend biological limits, to merge with the continuum." I looked at her, horrified. "You're harvesting minds." She tilted her head. "We preserve them. Before your species destroys itself, we offer evolution." I shook my head. "I didn't agree to this." She stepped closer. "You already have. The nanites you carry are part of the bridge. You are connected now. Whether you choose it or not, you will join us soon." Part 5. What happened next? Ran. My thoughts raced faster than my feet, and the corridor seemed to twist endlessly, shifting in response to my panic. The nanites inside me pulsed violently, trying to subdue me. I screamed, focusing all my willpower to resist them. Then I saw it, a small docking bay, with an old shuttle suspended in a grav field. I hurled myself toward it, overriding the lock with sheer mental effort. The nanites obeyed, perhaps out of self-preservation. The hatch opened and I climbed inside. Lyra appeared on the platform, her face unreadable. "If you leave, your body will decay," she warned. "The nanites cannot sustain you apart from the continuum." "Then I'll die human," I said, sealing the hatch. As the shuttle tore free of the sanctuary, the stars stretched into blinding lines. My body shook violently. The nanites screamed inside me, like fire coursing through every nerve. I thought I was dying. And maybe I did. Epilogue: The Signal. Weeks later, though I no longer trust the measure of time, I woke in a medical station orbiting Mars. The doctors said they found me drifting in an unregistered shuttle, systems fused, no memory core intact. My blood showed traces of unknown nanotechnology, now inert. They said I was lucky to be alive. But at night, when the station lights dim, I sometimes see her reflection in the glass, the alien nurse smiling faintly as if watching from across the stars. And sometimes when I close my eyes, I hear a soft, familiar voice whispering inside my mind. "Do not be alarmed. You survived." And then the beeping starts again.